So it looks like a few days ago we got some more gameplay footage of Lords of the Fallen. And I do apologize, I wanted to get on this earlier and react to it and kind of go over it with you guys a little bit earlier, like I said. I do apologize, I have a lot of stuff on my plate, so I do apologize. So this is IGN giving us the first 13 minutes of the game. And before I go over the game, I just need to say, who is playing this? There is no way possible that this is someone on the dev team, right? Every time I see like IGN first, meaning IGN was the first person to get their hands on it, or even IGN are the people that created the gameplay, or made the gameplay that is, it's always heartbreaking seeing them play games. Now, I'm not gonna go on and on about how this person is playing this, because honestly, this video isn't about dumping on IGN for how they play games, or who they decide to pick games, but all I'm gonna say is, please, next time, when you have exclusive stuff like this, find the one dude or girl, I don't care, on your team that has played a Souls-like, that has played a game at all, or has, I don't know, an hour worth of game time in any Dark Souls or any Souls-like at all. God, watching this gameplay was like legitimately watching my mom play a video game. And honestly, the main reason I'm bringing this up is because I feel like this isn't good PR for this game. And if this isn't IGN, because I'm not 100% sure if this is actually IGN's people playing this, why would the devs give this footage to them? And if this is IGN playing, why would the company or the devs be cool with this? Do you see what I'm saying? This isn't about dumping on IGN or whoever played this game. I really don't care how you played it. I don't care if you play it well. But being a world first, showing something off like this, it doesn't look great when you can't play it. Okay, all right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I just the whole time I was watching this, I was either laughing or going, oh, man, this hurts. Anyways, to get off that subject, we actually learned a lot about this game. And there are a few pros and cons I would like to go over right now. So first things first, we're actually gonna start off with the pros. This game looks so good. Just so good. The art direction, the people that they have chosen to create this world are genuine geniuses. It looks so beautiful. I wouldn't be surprised if they got some people from the Dark Souls team or the FromSoft team to help create these worlds, or maybe they even stole them and are paying them more, because it looks so damn good. We find out in this gameplay that when you block an attack, it does hurt you just a little bit, and your health bar kind of becomes white. However, if you follow up with attacks, you will regain all that health back. So that's pretty cool. However, I can also see that becoming very annoying further into the game. We get a look at the inventory system, and honestly, it looks pretty fleshed out. It looks pretty good. It seems very easy to comprehend and understand. And trust me, terrible inventory systems can really ruin an experience. It actually looks like I was correct about the segmented bar above. It looks like it's connected to the amount of magic or the amount of arrows or the amount of things on the bottom right that you can use. Something I really want to talk about and looks beautiful just like everything else in this game, the bosses. The bosses look so damn good. The Holy Knight that the player goes up against looks like a very easy but also an enjoyable first boss fight, and it actually kind of looks like the Light Reaper that the player goes up against after defeating the Holy Knight could actually be a challenge, and quite possibly it looks like you're supposed to die to him, or if you do die to him, it'll take you to a different part of the map, because after the character died, it did get blurry. However, you could also hear a cinematic playing. So even though we got 13 minutes of gameplay in this, not much was shown, because it looks like they weren't trying to speed through it. Understandable, kind of, because it looks like this is the first time the main player has ever even touched this game. So we didn't get to see as much as I wanted to, so there could be more pros eventually. So we didn't get to see as much as I would have liked. You'd think 13 minutes would be enough to see a decent amount, which we did see a decent amount. I was just expecting a little more. And now we go to the cons of this 13-minute gameplay. The movement still looks really janky. It still looks fast. It still looks sped up in some ways, especially when you're using items. I don't know, we keep getting closer and closer to the release date of this game, and it doesn't look like they're fixing that. Now, I will say visually this does look off because it does look sped up. However, that doesn't necessarily affect the gameplay. That could just be a personal preference that I don't care for. I don't know if they turned it down for this gameplay because music is copyright heavy on YouTube, but it seemed like there was almost no music while he was fighting these bosses, which is kind of a bummer. That's one of the things that really gets you drawn in or enticed to boss fights is some amazing boss music. And we heard that in other gameplay, but for some reason in this, it felt like there was almost none, or it was turned down so low that you could barely hear it. And one of the last few things I want to talk about when it comes to the cons, it still feels like the hits are almost weightless. It feels like you're hitting them with a chopstick. It shouldn't feel this way. This fire axe or whatever the character is using, it should have some weight behind it. It should have some hit damage dealt. However, every time he swings it, and this has been on every single gameplay I've seen now, almost as if the enemy shrugs it off immediately, like you hit them with a gnat. And lastly, the sound is still off. It sounds muted or a little further away than it should. hard. And I read the comments for this video because I was actually kind of curious to see if people were going to joke on IGN's gameplay, and no one did, surprisingly. But I did see that a lot of people were talking about how they're talking about tweaking the sound and they're going to make the sound better. Don't worry, guys. This is the third video I've covered of Lords of the Fallen, and it's not just the sound. Everything I've talked about is still happening. So these cons that I've been talking about this whole time, I am genuinely worried about. Now, could these cons that I'm talking about make the game not worth playing? No, not at all. They're honestly kind of small little nitpicky things, but stacked together, they will make it annoying overall. From what I've seen from the pros, it does look like the pros outweigh the cons so far. So I still got the game pre-ordered. I'm still going to be playing it. I can't wait to make videos on it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys join me on those videos as well. I want to do some really cool build videos, or some hard using the worst weapon to beat the whole game, or maybe even boss tier lists. There's a lot of fun videos will be coming out of this, hopefully. So I hope the game is at least good, because making videos about a game I don't like to play is not fun. So honestly, that's it for this video. I know it's kind of short, just like the other Lords of the Fallen videos, but we're not really seeing as much as I would like to see. However, did I miss something? Please comment down below. Tell me what you guys think of the gameplay. Tell me what you think, especially that gameplay. Tell me what you guys think of the sound or the pros and cons of what I mentioned. And please mention your own pros and cons in the comments below. But like I said, that is going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, feel free to hit that subscribe button, finger that notification bell to keep up with all my uploads. Comment down below, guys, how much you thought of this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.